Thanks for tuning in to Chats with Your Self-Worth BFF. This is your host, Michaela Falar, where we are here to skyrocket your self-worth, heal your shit, and take your power back. Welcome to the chat. What is up, you guys? I am honestly so excited about today's topic because we are going to be talking about rejection. Rejection is Gus's protection. If you don't know what Gus means, it means great universal source. It's the word that resonates best with me. You can fill in the blank with whatever word best resonates with you. So I want to know, have you ever accomplished something that you thought would finally make you feel accomplished, make you feel successful, or make you feel like you were good enough, or just make you feel better about yourself? And then you accomplish this thing, or you get the boyfriend or the girlfriend, or you win the race, or you get an A+ on this test, and you still don't feel like you're good enough. That's because it goes so much deeper than that surface level external thing that you need to work on. You put all this work into achieving some goal, but you didn't put any work into the belief that you are worthy of achieving that goal. There's a difference between self-worth and self-confidence. So self-confidence is like the thing you build from achieving this goal, from getting the thing, from finding the boyfriend or the girlfriend of your dreams, from buying the house. That's the confidence part. But you can build confidence in whatever this thing is. Maybe it's like your dream body. You get your dream body. You want the 6-pack abs, and you just finally get it. But then you get there and you're like, you don't feel like it was enough. You still don't feel like it's enough. It's still not filling that void inside of you, right? And that's the difference between self-confidence and self-worth, knowing that you're worthy of this thing. It's kind of like when you're in alignment for something versus in the energy of. So I like to think of it as an elevator. If you're in alignment for something, you could be on the same floor as it. But if you're not in the same energy, because the energy is like the rooms on each floor, right? So if you want to be in the energy of something, you have to not only be in alignment for it, but you have to stay in the energy for long enough so that the elevator doesn't keep going up and down. Does that make sense? I hope it does. It does for me. But my point here is self-confidence is what you build during the journey. It's the journey of it. It's the accomplishing this thing. But if you get there and you accomplish this thing and you make this thing happen, or you get the girl, or you get the ace the test, or whatever or you get your dream body, whatever it may be, if you don't feel worthy of this person, place, or thing, you're not going to be in the energy. You're not going to be able to hold the energy of it, and it won't make you fill that void, and you won't feel worthy of it, and you'll end up self-sabotaging it or doing something to where you lose it or it fails completely. I've personally done this. I've done this in relationships. I've done this in business. I had a 4-year off and on relationship. And I feel like the last year we were together, we finally had it figured out. We had the house, we lived on the beach, which was like my dream destination. I had a nice car. I lived across the street from my best friend at the time. Literally had it all. He had a great job. I was at being an entrepreneur, living out my current dream. Literally had it all. But guess what? I had all these external things, and I still went to bed unhappy at the end of the day. I still didn't feel like it was right. Like I was in the right place. Like I had the right things. Like I had all these things and I'm like going to bed and I'm like, why the fuck am I so sad all the time? Why don't I feel like this is enough? Like I have such an incredible life. Like what's wrong with me? I started asking myself, what's wrong with me? It's got to be me. That is the thing. It wasn't that there's something wrong with me. It's just that I didn't feel worthy of that thing. I wasn't in alignment with what I was supposed to be doing for my career. I wasn't in alignment with the person that I was with. Like there was all these external things. Yeah, they were great. They looked great on paper. They looked great on the outside. They looked great on Instagram, blah, 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 but they didn't feel right. And that's the thing. If you are not in alignment with what you're supposed to be doing, who you're supposed to be with, it doesn't matter how good it looks. Gus is going to straight up be like, like, you know that you have things that you need to work on. You know that you're not in alignment. You know that you need to work on XYZ. And they're going to continue to give you lessons to learn and to get you in alignment and get you on your right path. And it's fucking hard, but it's beautiful because at the end, when everything just settles down, the dust starts to settle down. You're like, oh, okay. You're able to see clear again. You're able to be like, okay, this is why this happened. I understand now. But I understand also that in that dust cloud, tornado of shit happening in your life, it's hard to see clearly or to see the light at the end of the tunnel, to see the silver lining on the cloud. But I promise you it's always there. So I want to talk about I want to go in depth with rejection and reframing our belief around rejection. When you fail or get rejected, I want you to take a minute here and think, what is the first thought that goes through your head? What is the first thought that goes through your head when you get rejected or you fail at something? For me, it's always ends up being something along the lines of I'm not good enough. I'm not smart enough. I'm not funny enough. I'm not reliable enough. I'm not good enough. And the reality is that you are perfect and worthy of everything. It doesn't matter if you failed at whatever it is that you failed at. It doesn't matter if you got rejected or if the boy doesn't like you or if the girl doesn't like you. Like none of that has anything to do with who you are to your core. We'll get into that in a second, but as far as like when something does affect you in the sense of I don't feel smart enough, I don't feel good enough, I don't feel reliable enough, I don't feel whatever, or I just don't feel like I'm enough. I want you to listen to what you're saying to yourself in that moment and reframe that. Ultimately, if you want your self-worth to be skyrocketed, you have to know to your core that you are worthy and that you are perfect exactly the way that you are. Whatever it is that you are good at, that you know you're good at, or is your favorite attribute about yourself, or your favorite character trait about yourself, like these are all the things that I want you to start focusing on. Get really clear. In episode 1, I think it's episode 1, I tell you guys to write a 125 attributes list. Write down 125 things that you love about yourself. I love that I have shiny hair. I love that I am brave. I love that I am resilient. I love that I XYZ. You get the idea. But I ran out around number 25 and then I started Googling things. And then I was like, what do I do after you like stop Google? Like you can't find anything else, any more attributes on Google. You feel like you've used them all that you resonate with. Start looking outwards into other people that you admire and then use whatever you see in other people, because whatever you see in other people, you have within yourself. That's my tip. But what I'm saying here is you have to be unfucking shakeable. You have to be unshakable when you get rejected. You have to be unshakable when you get failed, or when you fail at something, or when something doesn't work out the way that you wanted it to. You need to be unshakable. No matter what anyone tells you. No matter what anyone tells you. You have to know it to your core that if it doesn't resonate with you, if that's not something that's on your attributes list, that it doesn't resonate with you. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter what they think about you. It doesn't matter why you got rejected. It doesn't matter why you failed, because you know that you are worthy, and that no matter what it is that you didn't get, that you thought you wanted, that didn't go exactly the way that you had planned, there's something better for you. The things, the qualities, the attributes about yourself that are outcasting you, that are making you feel like you're not enough, that are making you feel like you don't fit in, those are the things that you need to lean into, so that, because those are your strengths. You were made this way for a reason, and you just got to roll with it, honey. And the more you roll with it, the more you are knowing in your heart and to your core that you are smart, that you are reliable, you are funny, you are good enough, you are worthy, you are just worthy, you guys, just worthy. Know your worth. Know that you are worthy of whatever. And that you're fucking incredible. Doesn't matter what whoever the fuck thinks about you. Doesn't matter if you didn't get the job you wanted. Doesn't matter if you got fired. It doesn't matter if the boy that you wanted to ask you out didn't ask you out. It doesn't matter if you got dumped. None of that fucking matters, because all of that is outside, and what matters is what's in here. What's inside of you? What do you know? Do you know your worth? And ask yourself that. Do you know your worth? Because I am telling you right now that I do. I know your worth. You're worthy of whatever it is that you desire, honey. You got this. I know you do. I know you have the strength to pull through this rejection, pull through this failure, pull through this hard time you're going through, if that's the case for you right now, if this is resonating with you at all. You have what it takes, and you are worthy of whatever it is that you are wanting in this life, that you are desiring in this life. And I'm going to tell you guys something else. If you do get rejected, if you do fail, if you do get fired, that doesn't mean that you're not good enough. That just is Gus's protection, because rejection is Gus's protection. All that means for you, like, you know that Gus has a plan for you. You just need to remember and have faith in the fact that everything is happening for you, not to you. for you. And Gus has a plan for you, and you need to have faith in that plan. We have all these people that say that they have faith, but then they're doubting themselves. They're doubting their worth. What does that mean? Who are you actually doubting? If you're saying you have faith, but then you're doubting yourself, you're doubting your worth, you're doubting your abilities. Gus wouldn't have put that in your soul contract if he didn't think that you were capable of making it happen. Am I right? I am. I know I am. So whatever it is that you're desiring, don't give up. Don't give up. Do you know how many fucking successful people, Tony Robbins, Oprah, Jim Carrey, like, I don't know why these names are like just popped. Those are the first three that popped into my names. All of them have struggle stories. They all started from nothing. They all dealt with a lot of rejection, a lot of pain, a lot of failure. And you want to know what they did? They didn't let it phase them. They got the fuck back up and they kept going towards whatever it is that they desired. The trick is that you have to keep going. You have to keep moving forward. And it might suck for a really long fucking time. It's not easy. It's not a cakewalk. You're not just going to walk and then, a month later have everything you ever desired. Like, no, it takes so much more work than that. It might take years. It might take a year. But it takes time. And you have to be resilient during that time and not give up on yourself, on your dreams, on whatever it is that you're desiring. If I let the rejection that I have faced in my lifetime get to me, I would be fucking face down in a ditch doing drugs or drinking a lot. I don't know. I would, but I chose not to. Somehow. I persevered. I kept going. I'm still going. Don't think that just because, what you see on the outside, that everything on the inside's great. Like, I got my own shit that I'm dealing with too, but you want to know something? I don't let it get to me to an extent. We all have feelings, feel your feelings, and then move forward. But that's the main point I'm trying to make here, is to keep going. No matter what. No matter who fails you, no matter who rejects you, no matter what happens, you keep going. You don't give up on your dreams. You don't give up on yourself. You don't give up on Gus's plan for you. Instead of being stuck in the mentality of, oh, I'm just not good enough. That person said I'm not good enough. He probably likes taller girls. He probably likes skinnier girls. He probably likes girls with fatter asses. Or I probably didn't get that job because I didn't go to school. Or they don't see potential in me. Or I didn't do that. I probably didn't do that paperwork right. Or I probably didn't work fast enough for them. So that's probably why I got fired. Like, no. Get the fuck out of that mentality. Get out of it. The only reason that you are dealing with that rejection is because you are supposed to learn from it and then move forward. Because it's all part of Gus's plan. Reframe your mentality around being rejected and your life will change. You got rejected. You failed. You got fired because Gus has a bigger and better and more important fucking plan for you. And that thing or that person or that job is not a part of your highest divine alignment, purpose, life. Period. You are brave for continuing to move forward and to not give up on reaching whatever it is that you want to reach, whatever it is that you're desiring. You're brave for getting back up, dusting off your shoulders, and marching forward with your head held high, your shoulders back, confident as ever. You are brave. And you need to remember that you are brave and you are worthy and you are capable and you have what the fuck it takes. Emotions only stick with us when we give them a story. So if you do get rejected, what story are you connecting to that emotion of that feeling in that moment? Let's say you're in high school and you have a crush on this boy and you really, really, really want him to ask you out to prom. And instead of him asking you out to prom, he asks your best friend. That's rejection. That fucking sucks. That's going to hurt. And you're going to be torn because part of you is like excited for her because she's your best friend. And the other part of you is like jealous and upset and asking yourself, why? Why not me? Why? Why am I not good enough? Why? Again, stuck in that victim mentality of why me? Change the story that you connect to that. I'm so happy for my best friend because she gets to go to prom with this great guy. I've admired him for a very long time. And you want to know something? The reason he didn't ask me is because Gus has something better for me. Gus has someone better for me. And I might not understand it now. I might not see why now, but I will. I will eventually. And that is the story that you connect to that situation and that emotion of rejection, not woe is me, why this, why that, I'm not enough, I'm not worthy, I'm not pretty enough, I'm not XYZ. You know what I'm saying? It only is as important as the story you connect to it. So change the narrative and find the silver lining. And make sure that you're not attaching a negative story to whatever the rejection is that you've gotten lately, no matter what it looks like for you. Make sure that it's not detrimenting to your life. And remember that it's okay to feel your feelings, but ultimately attach the story that's going to connect you to your higher self. That's going to get you closer to your higher self, to get you closer to what it is that you're desiring, to get you in that positive mindset. It's happening for you, not to you. You are enough. You are worthy. You will attain, get into the energy of succeed. Like you will get whatever it is that you're desiring, whatever it is that you are put on this earth to do. If you are working towards that right now, you will achieve it. You just can't give up. And that's all I got for you today. I want you guys to know before I do it, the little outro situation, I wanted to make sure that you all here on the podcast know that I have like so much free content out in the world. I have a free 3-day self-worth workshop that is literally so full of content. Like, I think it's like a 1 hour, 30 minutes to an hour long videos all about self-worth and like all this stuff that I learned in the beginning of my journey. And I've put it into a video and I've shared it with you. And all you need to do is go to the link in my bio on Instagram and you put your email in the little thing and it automatically gets sent to you. So 12 out of 10 recommend checking that out. If you like that, please make sure you let me know. I would love to hear what you guys think about the work that I'm putting out. And also, I've created a community. It's called the Self-Worth Club. I love it. It's so cute. It's on Discord and it's completely free. And basically, it's just I'm going to be reaching out weekly with little like newsletters type deals, like letting you guys know when I'm gonna have another podcast out, asking you guys like your uh asking you guys what you would like to hear on my podcast, because you guys are my listeners, are my community. So of course I want to be connecting with you guys and answering your questions. That's another thing I'm going to be doing is intuitive mini reads on there. So if you have like a question that you want to like ask me, I can totally channel for you. It's so fun. And I'm also doing like a section where I tag like my Amazon links. So like I have an Amazon storefront, and if there's something that I buy that I absolutely fall in love with, I'll like share the link in there so that you guys can go buy it for yourself. Like we're going to have a book club. So the book club is going to start, and we're going to have a monthly book like that we read together and we like chat about it. And I'm just like so excited about it. So if that sounds like something, and I'm also going to be putting workouts in there as well. So if that sounds like something that you are interested in or that you would love to be a part of, the Self-Worth Community Club, club community, check it out. It is also in the link in my bio. It's called the Self-Worth Club Community. You'll see it right there. And of course, as always, if you would like to book a one-on-one session with me for an intuitive read, I will give you 15% off of your one-on-one session if you book with me and share my podcast on your Instagram story. So if that is also something that you've been thinking about doing, these intuitive reads have been so incredible. I'm helping so many people just get confirmation on what it is that they intuitively already know, but they've been doubting about themselves. Being able to help people move forward in their career and their love life and their just whatever questions that they're doubting themselves or questions that they have. I'm also a medium, so I'm able to connect to the soul world and connect people to their loved ones that have passed away. I've been pulling things from the Akashic records, which has been really, really cool. I'm looking into my past lives, and I'm able to read other people's past lives. So I know this is very woo-woo, and that's me. That's what I'm all about, as you all know here. But if this is all something that resonates with you or something that you're interested in, do not be shy. Please reach out to me. You can book a session with me in the link in my bio as well. My Calendly is all set up there, and you just pay through that link, and it's super easy. Yeah. So I would absolutely love to hear from you guys. If you like this episode, make sure you share it on your Instagram story, tag me, and that is all I got for you today. So again, thank you so much. Thank you so much for tuning in. If this resonated with you, please make sure you leave a rating and review. Like and subscribe if you are watching on YouTube. Make sure you follow me on TikTok and Instagram at Kayla Cakes, at KAELA_CAKES. Visit my website at MichaelaRyanFalar.com to find out more about my coaching services. All of these links are in the show notes below. Make sure you tune in for next week's episode. New episodes are out every Tuesday and Friday. Chat soon.